NBA news. The biggest news that we just had happen is a firing of a head coach. Now, typically, if I said, hey, a head coach got fired within the last week or two of the season, you would think, oh, it's probably like, Philadelphia or, one of the teams at the bottom, a team that's already been eliminated from playoff contention, like Phoenix. Terrible season for them. But yeah, you would think it was somebody who's already been eliminated from playoff contention who they're like, all right, we're going to get a head start on the offseason, get rid of the head coach, see if any of these assistant coaches that are in place, can show that maybe they should be the next coach going into next season. Fine, that makes sense. But the most recent firing was Mike Malone, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, the head coach of the team that just won the championship 2 years ago, the head coach of the team that is a definite title contender this year. Even through this slump, technically, that they've been in right now, they're still the 5th seed in the West. Why? Obviously, there's got to be something going on internally. There's all these reports about his defensive philosophy not aligning with the Nah, that's bogus. There's no way you're going to convince me that during this 4-game stretch where they lost, that all of a sudden ownership is like, we don't like the way this team looks. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense, right? There's got to be some behind the scenes type of action where, maybe he cussed out an owner. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. And I don't know what's going on with all these franchises. Memphis recently fired their head coach when they're still in playoff contention. The crazy thing is, usually in most sports, once you win a championship, it's like, all right, you got like a cushion, right? You got time where they're like, all right, you've proven yourself. You got like a longer leash. And for whatever reason in basketball, that just has not been the case. I saw a stat recently that 4 out of the last 6 NBA championship coaches are currently not with the team that they won the championship with. So you go back to 2019, Nick Nurse was the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. Then you got Frank Vogel, who was the head coach of the Lakers in 2020. And then now you got Mike Malone, who won the championship 2 years ago, and he just got fired. It just speaks to the overall culture in the NBA is kind of backwards right now, and something needs to get fixed.